What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and let's get into the market, see what's going on. As you guys know, on this channel, I've been warning everybody of this all happening. It's all in the charts. I know a lot of people are blaming it on FTX. Yeah, that's part of it. But we seen this back in December 2nd, 2020, this fall in Bitcoin, because just like the .com bubble, there was a lot of scams that needed to be washed out. And back on December 2nd, I made a video. I'll leave it at the end of this video. I'll leave it up top for you. I explained that there was a lot of scams in the crypto space and they needed to get washed out. And that's what was going to create this bear market. And we're seeing it. We've seen it with Luna, Celsius, now FTX. And I'm sure there's plenty more to come. So be careful out there, guys. We're going to take a look at the charts, kind of see what we need to expect. I know a lot of people are expecting a bottom this year. I don't think we're going to see a bottom this year. I don't even think we're going to see a false bottom this year. I think we'll see a false bottom in February or March, and then we'll probably see the real bottom in sometime in the middle or end of 2023. And I'll explain why in the end of this video. We've been talking about this since the end of last year. So stick around, watch the whole video. Make sure you take a second out, smash that thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. Let's see if we can get well over 1,000 likes. So if you look down, you see under 1,000 likes, smash likes. If you see over 1,000 likes, smash likes. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want daily updates. Make sure you subscribe and tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Also, make sure you share the video, help get it out there, and leave your comments below. All that helps the YouTube algorithm, which it all helps this channel. So let's take a look. And guys, this is all free. I don't charge for nothing. I don't charge for, tutorials. I don't charge for none of that stuff. I don't believe a good trader needs to charge for anything. Good information should be free. There's plenty of it on the internet. If they're charging for it, stay away from it. That means that that's how they make money, not by actually doing it. So all you're doing is buying someone's bad habits. Anyways, Dow futures down 135 pre-market, S&P down 13, NASDAQ down 40. As you guys know, this is the Amazon back in the .com bubble weekly trend line on the RSI. Right here, we peaked just above it and came down on the third touch. So we've had 1, 2, this is Bitcoin on this side, same thing, wicked above it and boom, got rejected hard. So let's take a look what's going on in the markets. I put this target for you yesterday, and if you watch yesterday's video, I said expect there could be a wick above, but it shouldn't close above this 33,250, right? So we did get the wick above. Now let's see what happens today. Maybe it wicks above again, whatever, but we should, as long as we don't open and close. So let's say this candle closed above today and tomorrow's opens and closed above, then we could see a rally in the stock markets. But as of right now, I still think we have much more downside. I think we come back down to test this bottom trend line again, who knows where. But once we hit that, then we can take a measured move of that. And it's actually going to be lower now. We have to adjust with the charts. But one thing I want to point out here, you guys know I'm a big fan of hidden divergence. This is a downtrend in the weekly, right? Obviously, you can't argue that. Or in the daily, I'm sorry. And you look here, we have hidden bearish divergence. We have lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action. Looks to me like we have much more downside to go. And the DXY bounced almost perfectly. But if we do get that rally, we could come back down for one more touch. But I had it at 109.24. We hit 109.37. It's pretty damn close. It could be close enough for our bounce and the continuation to the upside. As you guys know, my target is 122. And like I said, I do expect a rejection here. Now this could go all the way into February or March, and this hitting at the same time as Bitcoin hits its false bottom, this will probably have a big rejection, maybe come down for a few weeks or a month. and that being a rally for Bitcoin, get everyone bullish again before going to the ultimate lows and breaking this high on the DXY. As you guys know, this is what I've been watching for, and nothing's guaranteed. None of this is financial advice, but so far all this has been playing out beautifully. But the measured move for that is 178. Does that mean it shoots straight up? No. This could take, well, you know, a couple years possibly. If that's the case, then it's going to take Bitcoin a long time to recover. I've talked about that on, we'll talk about that. So as you can see, the monthly, this is the monthly RSI resistance. We did get rejected there. We'll see how this month closes, but any close below this remains bearish until we open and close monthly above this RSI. I think we have much further down to go. This is the weekly chart. I showed you guys this. Lower highs right here, higher highs in the RSI, hidden bearish divergence. Boom. Continuation of the trend. Same thing I've been showing you right here. Higher highs, lower highs, hidden bearish divergence, continuation of the trend. Much more downside coming, guys. All right, so this is our weekly chart. Now let me show you something real quick. Back here, when all this broke, we had a target right down here at the 25.5. We nailed it, and that was just a measured move of this channel, right? And then we looked at this as a bear flag using the same thing as the flagpole, and that gave us the target of 17.8. This is why I love swing trading. You can be in trades for a long time. You don't have to try to get in and out all the time. It's just much more risk involved that way. And then when we broke this one, we have a weekly target of 14.5. I still believe we are heading down there. And I'll show you why in the next charts. But as you can see, everything seems to be playing out beautifully. Now, another way to look at this would be taking this from the break of this major trend line all the way down to here, bringing it over. What does that get us? That gets our 35 to 4,500 target. Now, again, I don't think we'll see that until the middle or end of next year. If we do see it fast in one huge capitulation, then maybe, you know, we'll bottom before then. But I'll be keeping you guys updated on what I'm seeing in the charts. A lot of people have been saying you're always the same video. Well, because nothing's changed in the charts, guys. I'm not going to show you a bullish video one day, a bearish video the next. We track the market here, right? So we know what's going on in the market. We keep a good eye on the macro, because if you're a trader, you should be trading the trend. The trend is down. Longing in these conditions gets you wrecked. So until the trend changes, I look for short opportunities. As you guys know, we nailed our 21.5. But if you guys are interested in trading, before we get into the smaller time frames, check out Prime XBT. Links down below. By far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you. They do support the channel. Also, you can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you up to a $7,000 bonus. SAVVY25 will get you 25% off of your fees. I do have a tutorial on my YouTube page that shows you how to adjust your margin. Definitely check them out if you haven't already. All right, let's take a look at this big falling channel we had here, right? We used to have this trend line right here where it broke out, and I moved it up. I told you if we got a major rejection right at this blue line, and we'll take a look at that in the 4 hour, that, you know, obviously we can move that triangle top up here, and then we get a measured move that brings us down to the 77,000 or 7,700. Now, if that happens, if this happens really fast, then, you know, maybe we could say the bottom's in. But I do think our target from the weekly, that 14.5 right here, I had told you once this trend line broke, which it has, this 18.3, as long as we don't open and close a daily above this now, you know, we could still wick above, but as long as we don't open and close a daily above this, then we're most likely headed down to this 14.5, and then maybe get a bounce there, get back all the way up to test this triangle again and come back down. This will take time. But if we do break this 14.5, then I think we'll see this 7,500, 8,500 range pretty quickly. But the way I'm looking at it right now, and I'll let you know if it changes, is we see this bottom as the false bottom in February or March. So it's It's not going to be one straight line down, guys. You got to be patient with this stuff. So far, we've been dead on. You can see right here, I talked about this yesterday. We broke this trend line now. On the daily, we have broken this trend line too off of all these wicks down here. So our next stop should be down here, and that should be around the 14.5. Get a nice bounce there, rally back up to this 18.3, 18.5 range, and then continuation to the downside. Let's take a look at it in the .com. This is the chart I've been talking about since December 2nd. I warned you guys of this. This was a .com washout, washed out all the scams, and then it took a long time to recover because confidence was lost in the market, right? And as you can see, this seems to be playing out perfectly, exactly what we were expecting, right? And once we broke this trend line over here, this weekly, once we actually broke it, not the fake wick, but once we actually broke it, that was our false bottom. And all these timings on the tops and bottoms are the same too. So this was in March. So I expect February or March to probably see that maybe even as low as 6,500. But what I'm looking for right now is about 75 to 8,500. And then once that breaks up, we'll get a big rally. We'll break this trend line on the RSI. It'll get everyone bullish because we broke a weekly trend line, right? Just like it did over here. And then it comes back down. It didn't quite retest it, but it did come back down to make a new lower low. And that would be sometime in the middle or end of next year. That's what I'm looking for. And that's why I've been talking about that so much. And for those of you that have been following the channel, I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at that same chart, but spread out, right? And as you can see, it took Amazon 10 years. Market lost confidence. And do you see how a macro bottom forms? It took a long time down here. I think we're going to see the same type of thing here. Like I said, middle or end of next year. Look for the low, and then we'll get a big rally. Everyone will start screaming new all-time highs coming, only to get rejected sometime in 2025, come back down. But the opportunity here, don't miss it. There is so much opportunity if this plays out, even if you're not trading, but you buy down in these ranges. Remember, this false bottom, you know, if we do get down to that 75 to 8,500, we should get a nice rally off of that. So, you know, maybe a month or so to the upside would be a good time to get in, and then just trail it with stops. If it continues up and that was the real bottom, then you're good to go. But if it comes back down, it can stop you out. We get down to our new lows and then start looking to buy down here. Now, that doesn't mean we can't go lower. It really depends on what's going on in the markets. But I'm expecting a rally from the middle or end of next year up into the middle or end of 2025, get maybe to 38, 48K, and then maybe dump back down to 16-ish level, somewhere in there. That's what I'm expecting. Of course, nothing has to happen. There's no guarantees in any market, but this is the same chart. This is Bitcoin currently, and this is the Amazon chart. Same thing weekly, and you can see how it seems to be playing out almost exactly. And of course, it's not going to be candle for candle, but it is a market structure. It is a bubble pop structure. We've talked about this so many times on this channel. I hope some of you people are actually starting to get this and understand that really, you know, yeah, FTX, you know, is doing bad things to the market, blah, blah, blah. But it was all in the charts, right? News is noise. News is just an excuse of why things moved, because the people controlling the markets with all the money have to have reasons for it, right? So be careful. One more thing I want to mention before I go is when you have one wolf in sheep's clothing joining with another and saying they're there to help, it could be very bad. It does seem staged to me. Not saying, you know, I know for certain, but it all seems like part of the plan. So just be careful out there. Thanks a lot for watching. Definitely check out these videos. There's my Prime XBT tutorial and the video from December 2nd where I explained all of this a year ago. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Smash those likes, leave your comments, share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.